some Syrian Christians have been speaking out against the push for military intervention in Syria. I'm joined now by Archbishop More Cyril Afrem Karim. He is one of them. He is the Archbishop for the Syrian Orthodox Church for the Eastern United States. And he joins me now from our New York studio. Your Eminence, thanks for being with us. As you hear talk of a possible strike against Syria, what are your thoughts?
I can only pray that the strike will not take place, because I know how much that will hurt the people of Syria as well as the people of America. We are here to plead for peace, for restraint, and for finding political and peaceful solutions to the conflict of Syria. The United States of America is a great power. We are proud of the history and the achievements of the United States, and it can play a good role, being the big brother, to bring all parties together and to find a peaceful solution for Syria. War will not help anybody.
But what do you think should be done if it's indeed proven that the government in Syria used chemical weapons? Do you think there should be no intervention at all?
I'm not a politician, but as a citizen of the world, and definitely of the United States of America, of Syrian origin, I would say if that is proven, then there should be international norms and ways of dealing with the situation. The United States of America should not punish every person, every leader who is breaking the law. There should be international tribunal, there should be international ways, if that indeed is proven. The American people should not... The American people should not be paying for all these atrocities happening in the world. I know we are taking leadership, and that's applaudable, but we should follow also the international laws.
Archbishop, in Syria, as you know, Christians from the beginning were a lot more reluctant to support the uprising, certainly now more reluctant to side with the rebellion, because they are afraid that the rebels will want to promote an extreme version of Islam, that their minority rights will be threatened. Do you think they're right to be afraid?
I believe they have every right to be afraid, and what is happening right now, as we speak, the town of Malula, a very ancient Christian town northeast of Syria, was attacked yesterday by the Islamist rebels, and they attacked one of the churches, and they are hurting Christians there. And we have seen that happening over and over again. And I cannot forget the plight of the two archbishops who have been kidnapped since April 22nd. Nobody knows anything about them. Only thing we know that they were kidnapped by people from Chechnya who are doing jihad in Syria. And I appeal to the United States and to the whole world to do something about the plight of these two Christian church leaders, because their kidnapping is a message to all Christians that you are not welcome in Syria. And we are all afraid, and the Syrian people in general, not only Christians, but many Muslims also, do not like to see an Islamic government very similar to that of Taliban and others ruling Syria and giving no space for other than people who share their own convictions and ways of belief. That is very dangerous for Syria, and it's very dangerous for the United States of America also. We do not want the United States of America to deal with such, to have to deal with such a government if the secular regime is toppled in Syria.
But all that being said, there are also abuses from the government. So the government doing what it's done over the last 2 years, also having kept a very tight control on freedom of expression, having major issues with human rights. Is that also something that troubles you as a Syrian?
It does trouble me, and I'm not here to praise the government of Syria. And we know the Syrian government has many shortcomings and many abuses. But let me make it very clear. As Christians, as people of religion, we never had abuses or discrimination against us. Actually, we had very good treatment by the government and by the Syrian people in general. However, we did lack many other rights, such as right to express or to say who we are as ethnic minorities, in addition to religious communities. That is not acceptable. And I believe the government has started on a path of reform, but what's happening the last 2.5 years that does not give chance for any kind of reform or peace building or community building in Syria. So again, we do not condone any kind of violations.